I think DMG Audio's Equilibrium plugin is the best software equalizer you can buy, but I realize that not everybody can afford that, myself included. I still have been putting the purchase off until I have a reason to buy it, you know, like another album to mix or another song to mix where I'm being paid over $300. You know, I don't just buy things to buy things anymore. I buy things when I have a return on investment, and I'm waiting on that. So if you're a hobbyist, you know, you're always looking for the cheapest, the most affordable, you know, something that will give you a good return on investment. And really, you can't get any cheaper than free. So I'm going to present to you my 3 favorite free audio equalizer plugins. And I am of the belief that you need a good clean EQ, which luckily they're easy to find. Usually they're built into most DAWs and they work great. In my case, I use RealEQ, which is built into Reaper. You can also download RealEQ as a standalone VST plugin, even if you don't have Reaper. If you have I think they only support VST. I may be wrong about that. They might support audio units as well, but I know for a fact they support VST. And you can use, again, any DAW that supports VST, you can run RealEQ in. And this is a good clean equalizer, has a good amount of options, a good amount of filter types, and you can't beat it as far as price is concerned. If you don't have a DAW that supports VST, Color EQ is a good alternative from DDMF. DDMF.eu is their website address. And even though it's called Color EQ, it's a clean equalizer type. It's called Color EQ because I think when you can actually change like the colors of the filters, which I don't really use this that often. Oh, here we go. So see, foreground, we can change this. The back, did I already do that? Yeah. Foreground. And then, yeah, so that's why they call it Color EQ, because you have the option to change the colors. And right now it's an ugly color combination. You know, it looks like I'm inside of a whale that swallowed a lot of water or something. Anyway, it's a clean EQ type, meaning you can do cutting without an issue, surgical EQ. It works really well for that. Now on to the fun part, where we get to what's called the character EQ, where you do boosts, where you make things sound better, where you make them sound more musical, people like to say. And this EQ is brand new as of this recording. It was just released this past weekend, and it's a beauty. It's a free EQ. They are developing it for a variety of platforms. Right now it's out on VST, but it's in development for AAX. This is the Slick EQ from the combination of TDR, variety of sound, and I can't read that last one. It's so small. This GUI is a little bit small. Well, it's between those two companies, but I believe the other developer is not listed on here. Anyway, this equalizer gives you a variety of filter types, or curve types, I'm sorry. Curve types, American, British, German, Soviet. They explain this better in the manual that it comes with, but you have a lot of options. Now, it doesn't give you a bandwidth control, which is kind of a disappointment, but it's a free EQ, you know? Again, if you're a hobbyist, you can't be beggars can't be choosers. If you really want the best, I think DMG Audio's Equilibrium is the most versatile, highest quality sounding equalizer plugin. I don't really know how much they can get better, but this one does include some things DMG Audio doesn't do, which I'm sorry, Equilibrium doesn't do, which is this nice auto feature, which is when you boost or cut something, it adjusts the overall volume so that it matches, you know, before you did any EQing, which is a huge time saver. And it helps with making sure that what you're doing, you know, isn't a placebo effect. You know, if you boost something that sounds better, well, we're going to make sure that what we're hearing is just the boost and not the volume change, or just the cut and not the volume change. Very, very cool plugin. I'm going to definitely review this sometime soon, probably in the next 2 weeks, but this has been getting stellar reviews. Again, you can get it for free and try it out for yourself. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. But it's got a lot of cool things. This is a killer plugin from a killer group of people who have put out great plugins in the past. I know I've talked about Variety of Sound before. TDR put out the feedback compressor, which I haven't gotten around to reviewing yet, but that compressor is badass, and this EQ is their latest baby. And this thing, you know, I can't wait to show this off to you guys, because, you know, I can't believe it's free. I need more bands. Well, add another plugin, you know. It only has one mid band. Now they do overlap, but I'll get to that in the review. If you're looking for cheap, and by that I mean free plugins that sound good, these are the three that I recommend. You only really need two: a clean and a character EQ, and you're set. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com.